They used to say that you can't legislate morality, and that if it doesn't play in Peoria, then forget it. But somewhere along the way, they figured out a way to monetize immorality for political gain without even having a funeral for morality. And Peoria, well, I guess they can just go screw themselves. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Conservative Coffee Hour, we're carving out a space here to actually have a conversation, an adult conversation. Somewhere along the way, we stopped having those because I guess we were just all too afraid to say anything. When the Communist Party took over China, they found that the underlying culture of Confucianism really played to their advantage because Confucianism is a moral code, a thread of proverbs extolling the virtues of humility, integrity, and self-sacrifice. Similar to the Judeo-Christian ethos of the West, we follow a moral code because it benefits the most people in the most places at the most times. When the people who are following the code are penalized for the sake and for the benefit of a protected class of people, someone's going to feel taken advantage of. I still trace the trajectory of where we are today to the end of revenue sharing, even though I know it goes back further than that. Revenue sharing was a practice of taking money from wealthy states and distributing it to the poor states. Once that was abolished, means have been sought to move that money around through different ways. In the process, everyone's been sold an idea that we all deserve a free lunch. Paul Engel shared last week that basically our government is bribing us with our own money. Paul is going to expand on this idea and the topic of the illegality of our government. Isn't that a cheery topic? I think so, because anything that can help us frame and articulate our understanding of where we are politically in this country and allow us to cut through all the BS for ourselves, then we can explain it to others. These people have been at it for a long time, and there's a lot to unravel. In the narrative of the Bible, Rome was not the enemy of the Jewish people. It was the leaders who had inserted themselves between God and the people, describing every aspect of people's lives, including getting an abortion, encouraging kids to choose their own gender, and telling us which bathroom we can use. Perhaps Paul will be able to help us sort this all out. Paul is a constitutional expert and has just launched a mini boot camp for constitutional learning and understanding. Paul said serving in politics should be an altruistic endeavor. Taking money out of politics immediately points to the illegality of government. Last week, we talked about the difference between rural America and urban areas. Turns out that 80% of the population in the US lives in the cities. And our country, because of this, has always been rather unevenly yoked. We always had the wholesome countryside and the evil big cities. And that's why we have the Electoral College to give voice to the minority. But once that free sandwich got monetized, we ended up with a marriage of evil and cash. And that's basically how we've been played ever since. They're paying us to go to hell with our own money. Personally, I don't have a problem with going to hell, but given the choice between going to hell on my own dime or having the government pay for it, I guess I'd rather go to hell on my own dime. If you'd like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour, Conservative Coffee Hour is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I'll include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very soon.